I am your mother. I walk behind so you could shine. I give you everything. But why am I left behind? Dear honorable judges, ladies and gentlemen, I would love to take you into an ancient legend from West Kalimantan, Indonesia. This timeless folktale entitled The Legend of Batu Menangis. Once upon a time, in a small remote village located on a hill in West Kalimantan, there lived a poor widow and her beautiful daughter. The daughter was exceptionally gorgeous. Her skin was as smooth as silk. Her hair flowed down like a dark river. However, her breathtaking physical appearance was completely opposite with her personality. She had a very cruel, bad behavior. She was incredibly lazy and refused to help her mother with any household chores. Every single day, she did nothing but admire herself in the mirror, brushing her hair and applying makeup to enhance her beauty. She spent hours staring at her own reflection, deeply in love with her own face. Meanwhile, her poor elderly mother had to work tirelessly every single day. She labored in the rice fields and collected firewoods under the scorching sun just to meager living to support his daily life to be earned. This girl, aside from being lazy, she was also extremely spoiled. She acted like a princess who deserved everything she desired. She constantly demanded if her mother buy her expensive things, completely ignoring their financial struggles. If her mother could not fulfill her wishes, the spoiled girl would immediately scream, throw a tantrum, and cry loudly until she got what she wanted. This painful situation had saddened her mother's heart, yet despite all the mistreatment and heartbreak, she truly loved her only daughter and always tried her best to make her happy. One bright morning, the girl came to her mother with a demanding look on her face. She asked her mother to buy her a brand new, luxurious gown that she had been dreaming of. At first, the mother gently rejected, explaining that they did not even have money for food. Hearing this, the spoiled girl began to cry hysterically and threatened to leave the house. But out of deep love and feeling forced to obey, the mother finally yielded and gave in to her daughter's selfish demand. So the mother asked her to accompany her to the market down the hill. To her surprise, she agreed, but only on one harsh condition. All right, I will come with you, but I don't want you to walk beside me. You must walk far away behind me because if people see me walking with you, I'm deeply embarrassed, she said arrogantly. Although her mother's heart was broken by those sharp words, yet she still continued to obey her daughter's cruel request. So they set off to the market to buy the new gown. The contrast between two was striking. The beautiful girl proudly walked in front, wearing such as a lovely dress and looking completely radiant. While on other hand, the poor mother walked far behind her, carrying a heavy woven basket, wearing a very old, simple, and tattered dress. They looked completely different, as if they did not belong to the same family at all. Even they exactly looked like a rich boss and the miserable maid. As they entered the village market, a man was also greeted them with a curious smile. Hey, pretty girl, you look absolutely stunning today. Anyway, who is that old woman walking behind you? Is she your mother? He asked politely. Without a single spark of hesitation, the crow replied loudly, of course not. She was just my humble servant, she said arrogantly. The mother heard that harsh words. She stopped walking. Yet she kept her mouth shut, letting her heart cry in silence. As they continued to walk through the crowded street, several other people also asked the exact same question, captivated by the girl's beauty. Yet the girl still repeatedly gave the same cruel answer, stating that old, fragile woman behind her was merely her assistant. Until a moment, her mother could no longer bear the immense emotional pain and public humiliation that caused by her own flesh and blood. She dropped her basket, fell on her knees, and prayed to God with the tears flowing down her face. Oh Lord, give a punishment to this ungrateful, wicked child. Teach her a lesson. She cried out in a deep despair, and instantly the sky turned dark, and boom! The loud thunder cracked. The crow's feet began to turn to stiff and gray. The transformation slowly moved upward from her feet to her legs. Terrified, she was screaming in panic. Oh, oh my gosh! What is happening to me? I cannot move them! She wept bitterly as the storm reached her waist. Realizing her horrific mistake, then she turned back to her mother, like desperately. Mom, please forgive me. Forgive my sins. I'm so sorry. She kept crying and screaming, but it was too late. The final divine punishment has dawned. Her entire body eventually turned into a solid stone, and her mother could only weep in deep sorrow, unable to change her daughter's tragic fate. And even though her body had completely turned into rock, people could still see the tears flowing down the stone. Because of this phenomenon, the local people named it as Batu Menangis, which means the crying stone. The end.